The Las Vegas Raiders are in an interesting position. They're in a very interesting position. We talk about this division. The AFC West is possibly one of the toughest divisions in all of football. You have 4 teams in the Denver Broncos, not in any particular order. Okay, well, fine, we'll do a particular order. Just kidding. The Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, and last but certainly not least, the Las Vegas Raiders that all could be in a spot. Oh, why is that all looking cattywampus? There we go. All right, we fixed it. But they could all be in a spot where they could honestly be all vying for playoff spots. But I think the Raiders are looking up, trading for Devontae Adams, bringing in a guy like Chandler Jones into the building. Yes, love it. A lot of the good things happening. But here is our full record prediction for the 2022 NFL season for the Raiders. I think they are going to start out in somewhat of a similar fashion that they did last year on a 3-game win streak, except this year I think they extended to 4. But week 1, they are at the Chargers. I just feel like they're really going to come out and just be firing on all cylinders. I'm really excited for the Raiders. I do think at the same time, though, they're in a position where, if they don't get in a strong start right away, they're fine. They're fine. The rest of this division has to play everybody else too. So, by the way, they play my Vikings on week 1 of the NFL preseason. So and I believe that date is later to be announced, but I'm happy to cover that one. It'll be really interesting. Week 1, 1:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, kickoff time. Love it. I think they go into SoFi Stadium, get a win here, and find a way to start the season off strong with Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. New front office, new direction. Love it. Week 1 win, and then I think week 2 they go and they come back home and play the Arizona Cardinals, find a way to get a win there in Allegiant Stadium. And I do think the Cardinals are a playoff team as well. I do think, though, it does come down to how well both defenses will be able to stop the other team's offense. And at this point, I have more confidence right now in the Raiders' defense. But we'll have to see. That will be a very fun game. Week 3 at the Tennessee Titans. This is a 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time at Nissan Stadium, kickoff time here. But I do think this is going to be interesting. You talk about, the Titans are in a spot where Ryan Tannehill is not going to mentor a guy like Malik Willis, but he might want to because he might be his replacement early on or not. Whoever knows, whatever. At the end of the day, I think they find a way to get a win against the Tennessee Titans here. Start off 3-0, and things are looking good and exactly how you wanted to. Week 4 against the Denver Broncos, coming back home in Allegiant Stadium, kicking off at 1:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here on Sunday. So this is going to be interesting to me. I feel like they're in a spot where they are going to find a way to win against the Broncos here at home. They go in 4-0, but then that's it, baby. Week 5, Monday Night Football, love it. 5:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, starting time here at Kansas City here. Monday Night Football. I do think they lose, but it's not bad. Like, this is a closer game than a lot of people think. I think this is heading into the bye week. This is the wake-up call they need. Like, we always see it. We always see it on just about basically every what are they called? America's games, where there's a team that's like they're on the cusp. We've seen it with so many teams like the Ravens. They're on the cusp. They're playing a good team, and then finally it clicks after their loss. I think that's kind of what you're going to see here from the Chiefs game. They got 2 weeks to mull over, and everybody in that building is going to be angry from that loss. I think they go into week 7 against the Houston Texans, and they just start taking out that anger on people. Like, this is after the week 6 bye, that is. So week 7. 1:05 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, starting time, coming back home in Allegiant Stadium, playing the Texans. You get a nice win there. Also coming back week 8 against the New Orleans Saints here at Caesars Superdome. Yes. 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, starting time here. Yes, get a big win here against the Saints. The Saints might be low-key a playoff team. Like, Jameis Winston and Chris Olave can get on the same page right away. Yikes, watch out. Week 9 at the Jacksonville Jaguars here at 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard starting time here at TIAA Bank Field. Yes, getting a win here against a team that is, let's be real, they are rebuilding, but I think they're in a good spot here. Then you come back week 10 against the Colts. Now, the Colts, I think Matt Ryan, that is the real deal here. I think he was the quarterback they needed. He was the upgrade that they needed at quarterback. I love it. I do think, unfortunately, though, the Raiders here fall at home at Allegiant Stadium, but it is what it is. They will come back bigger, stronger from this, especially going on the road to play the Denver Broncos at Empower Field at Mile High Stadium here. I think they find a way to get a win here, 1 o'clock or 1:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here win. Then they go again on the road in Week 12 against the Seattle Seahawks here, 1:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time starting here at Lumen Field. Is it the 12th man? Is that okay? Whatever. I do think that the Seahawks here are rebuilding, but overall the Raiders get a win here at the Seahawks. Then they do go on a little bit of a skid, but it's enough to be able to bring them out of it. I think you play the Chargers at home. I do think the Chargers get revenge here in Week 14, but overall, I think the Chargers, they do come into Allegiant Stadium. That kickoff is set for 1:25 Pacific Standard Time. Excuse me. I am excited for it though. I think this is going to be a good game. I love Chargers and Raiders games. They're always electric. They really are. Let's see here. So then the Rams Week 14 in Los Angeles. I love it. I don't mean to yell there, but that's for emphasis. At SoFi Stadium here. Yes, 5:15 Pacific Standard Time. This is going to be interesting. So the Rams, this is a Thursday night game, by the way. So, and wait, they play Monday Night Chiefs. Was it Week 5? Is it Week 5? Yeah, it's Week 5. Then they come back here against the Rams here, play on Thursday night. Kind of a short week after a tough loss from the Chargers. Usually that's hard for teams to be able to come back from. I think that's a loss. But then they got 10 days to prepare for the game. This is a big game. Week 15 against the New England Patriots at home. Josh McDaniels against his former it's Bill Belichick against his protege, Josh McDaniels. However you want to spin this. Allegiant Stadium. The question is, will Josh McDaniels finally, or will Bill Belichick, for the bigger question, pass the torch on to a guy like Josh McDaniels? Because we have not seen a lot of New England coaches pan out as head coaches or in this league. But I think this is it. Josh McDaniels sets the tone early. They get a win against the Patriots, and that's kind of a head turner. Like, hey, this team can play with a good team, and I think that is kind of a page turner here. 5:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time starting time. I love it. Week 16 at the Pittsburgh Steelers here at Heinz Field. 5:15 here. I think this is going to be interesting here. Excuse me. So you find a way here to get a win here against a team that I don't want to say it's rebuilding, but it is definitely retooling. This is a Saturday game, by the way, the day before Christmas, 5:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's going to be really interesting overall, but I do think they find a way to get a win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 17, New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, whatever. 1:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, starting time at home, Allegiant Stadium, San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, baby. Give me that win. Give me that win. I think they find a way to close out the year as well with the win with the Chiefs. We'll talk about that in just a second. But overall, I think this is a nice little warm-up before they play the Chiefs at a to-be-determined time. The reason that this is to-be-determined, I believe, it will be played on the 7th or 8th. I think this could be one of those games that gets flexed, because if the Chiefs and the Raiders are in a position where they are playing for the division title here, which I think is not out of the realm of possibility. Yes. We talk about this could be very, very interesting. So at Allegiant Stadium, this is the way you want it, though. This is the exact way you want it. You have a potential, to win the division at home against the Chiefs. Baby, this is what you sign up for every single time. I love it. But I think they find a way to get a win here. Go into the playoffs. Super Bowl bound? We'll have to see. But I think the Raiders are in a good spot. That's how you want to... Wow, man, that just gets me so excited. I can't wait to watch that game. But overall, that is it. I think that's exactly the recipe for success. That's the schedule you want for the Las Vegas Raiders. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment and all that stuff. We greatly appreciate it, and we love every single one of you. You guys are all awesome. Now, in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders, or our Las Vegas Raiders 2022 record prediction.